very close to her mother.
send you,
She
not send
always has the
you,
fear to lose her
a,
in her old
will
age,
not send
and
you
she looks
a
very
message,
old and
a message,
painful.
MESSAGE.
She realizes the pain and also aging
Keyboard
process. While driving to
keyboard
Kochi, realizes her mother sitting beside her in the plane. It was a closeness. She found her open mouth, dozing, and a very big one like a corpse, Hassan leaves. And after traveling some distance through an aeroplane, the poetess
ये
saw
मैसेज
young
आगे
children
जाएगा जैसे
coming out joyfully of the house and the trees moving towards the forest. In this situation, the poetess, for a moment, is lost in such kind of ideology where she forgets about her mother's terrible coldness. But after all, as soon as she crosses the scene of the children and the running trees, she once again finds her mother standing few yards away in same pale face. And here the poetess smiles to her and expecting to see her again. And now we conclude the poetic diction in the poem. The poem is full of simile as far as the poetic diction is concerned. The words using like as so. The lines are as a late winter's moon, as sunlight curves. So these are the lines signifies the poetic diction, the figure of speech, simile. The poem is pathetic one, even in such a situation when anybody closest to anyone always has the fear in losing someone in old age. And now we move to the questions from this poem. The first question is, where was the poetess going? What did she see in aeroplane? The poetess was going to Kochi and she saw her mother sitting beside her. What thought forgot away and when? कौन से विचार चले गए और कब? When the poetess saw young children coming out of the house joyfully and trees running, she forgot the idea of her mother's terrible coldness. And now the third question is there. What is the poetic device in the line as a late winter's moon? So as we have already mentioned, where the words used like as so with comparison, it is a simile. So in this line, it is the simile. And now we are going to just discuss about the central idea of the poem My Mother at 66. In this poem, the poetess Kamala Das describes about the aging process of a man, symbolizing her mother who is very weak with yellow face. And she describes about her childhood fear to lose her mother. And in this poem, she finds in such a situation when she looks at her old mother. After all, she forget the idea of her mother's terrible coldness when she saw different sights as the young children coming out of the house and also the trees running. But at the same time, she finds her mother once again standing few yards away, and she waits her, seeing that she would see her again. Hence, the poem comes to conclusion that aging process is natural. It is a very important one, especially in a man's life. The poetess has a pathetic approach towards uh, humanity, which is presented in here. The poem is figure of speech and also the poetic beauty. In this poem, though it looks like a simple one, but a very beautiful and pathetic one. Now we have few words in Hindi as the students demanded. The poem My Mother at 66 ये एक बहुत ही मर्मस्पर्शी कविता है। स्वाभाविक रूप से एक जो है महिला का अपनी माँ से उस एज में बिछड़ने जैसा जो बहुत ही बुरी है, किसी प्रकार से चल फिर पाती है जैसा कि वो साहिब से